Good morning, everyone. This is our weekly SAP webinar on Hybris. The purpose of this session is to provide you all an overview of SAP Hybris from the perspective of C4C. Thank you for attending this session. My name is Dilip Sadh. This is my email address and this is my phone number. So I wanted to give a quick overview of SAP Hybris C4C. And in that, I wanted to talk what kind of different functions, what kind of a different capabilities, what are the different features which are available in SAP C4C, and how SAP C4C helps businesses to perform better as far as their sales is concerned. So go beyond traditional selling. Sell smart, act faster, be relevant everywhere. Now coming back and providing a quick overview of my background. So my name is Dilip Sadh and I'm president of Kabir Consulting and Kabir Infotech. And thank you again for attending to the session. I have been doing SAP past many years. So past many years I've been doing SAP. Professional experience, I was associate partner with IBM in US in New York office. I was senior director with Accenture and Capgemini in New York office. So I have been doing SAP since 1998. These are some of the companies where I did SAP implementation. A lot of them in the US, some in Europe, some in other countries. And I also teach SAP. So I have been teaching SAP past many years now, in which I taught many people. Some of the functions, some of the industries I worked on. Customers control their journey. We have a limited method to control the customer. In most aspects, it's the customer which controls us. It is the customer who controls their journey. We need to be partner with them in their journey. When we talk about customer interaction, so customer interaction starts with awareness. People must be aware. People should be aware of their business needs, in which case most of the people are. People also need to be aware of different technology platforms. People need to be aware what kind of a technology platforms are available to them. Awareness. They need to consider, based upon their need, based upon their business expectations, based upon their business goals, budgets, what are the considerations, what are the options. Then go to interest. Then we discover. In the discover, we discover our options. We discover different features, different softwares. What does those software consist of? Discovery. What is the strength and weakness of each software? What is the strength and weakness and the long-term viability of a solution? What is the long-term viability of his software? And then we decide. We take an action and we decide our course of function. What shall we do? Digital disrupt sale. Right now, everywhere there is a digitalization. We are moving towards more and more digitalization. Last 5 years, next 10 years, next 15 years, next 20 years, the degree of digitalization will constantly, continuously will change, will constantly and continuously will increase. 57 customers, business customers are 57 through their buying process by the first sales call. Digital is disrupting customer interactions. 57% get in the first call. Traditional field of play is shrinking. Cost of winning a new customer versus growing a new customer is always difficult. It is always complex to acquire a new customer versus grow our existing customer. Providing mobile access to the sales and customer data, that's very important. 50% of the company providing and mobile access to sales and customer data. Sales productivity continued to decline. 35% of time is spent selling down. 20% turnover is up. 6-month take onboarding. 56% are not satisfied with their management insight despite investment and analytics. Digital tools which are available across the world are defining new models for the selling process. The changing B2B customer. B2B customers, their behavior, their interaction with the sales is changing. 59% don't want to interact with their sales rep. They don't like their sales rep. They don't want to talk to the sales rep. They want to avoid them. And then 57% of 57% of way towards making decision before reaching out to a potential customer. So 57% of way towards making decision before reaching a potential customer. They already have a certain perspective in the mind. Customer is highly educated in most cases. Traditional selling is gone, is obsolete, is redundant, doesn't exist anymore, has no value anymore. This is not your customer journey anymore. So awareness, interest, desire, action, that's not the journey anymore, is gone. Your tools don't do you what do you need. 74% of CRM deployments for the sales have poor user adoption because they're complex. People cannot use them. A lot of features, but user adoption is very poor. Sales be agile and data driven. That is the new rule. Agile, changing world, changing customer expectations, new business models, digitalization, adoption of the digital systems. By 2019, 65% of sales organizations will use smartphone and tablet to drive adoption and improve data quality for Salesforce applications. 65%. So usage of the smartphones, usage of tablets is increasingly going up. You want to have a mobile first, access information and complete visibility from anywhere, anytime, any device. Any device. I want to do a smartphone. I want to do something else. Have complete insight into customer journey from start to finish. Be better informed. Engage at the right moment. Timing. Accelerate the sales productivity so the time is spent selling. So how do you sell smarter in the digital economy? That is the question. How do we sell smarter, better, effective, quicker in a digital economy? That is where SAP Hybris C4C come into the picture. Sell smarter, act faster, be relevant everywhere. Everywhere, any device. So when we talk about C4C, it works on any device, smartphone, tablets. So SAP Hybris has these four fundamental functions: sales, service, marketing, and the commerce. These are the four fundamental subdivisions of SAP Hybris. Salesforce automation solution that employees can sell faster, sell smarter. Then you have service, then you have marketing, then you have commerce. In commerce, you have both B2B, B2C. Real-time predictive analytics, which works on SAP HANA Cloud Platform. This is the architecture. This is the architecture for SAP Hybris. This is the architecture. So primarily, four elements: sales process, service processes, marketing processes, and the commerce process. What is SAP Hybris Cloud for Customer, C4C? In Cloud for Customer or C4C, as I mentioned, you have a cloud for sales, you have a cloud for service, you have a SAP Hybris Cloud for social engagement. In sales, you have all the sales process. I'm going to show you also. I will show you the software as well. End-to-end mobile solution from lead to quote. We're going to show you system also, how it's going to look like. You can get a analytics, collaboration, and various industry solutions. Then you also have a SAP Hybris Cloud for Service. Cloud for Service. In the service, you have a end-to-end mobile solution for the field service. So you have a service, a field staff who are performing the service functions in the market. So Cloud for Service. Then you have a SAP Hybris Cloud for Social Engagement. In social engagement, that basically means SAP Hybris Cloud for Service Plus, in which you can have one-to-one customer interaction through social channels, integrated with Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. SAP Hybris Cloud, and you can get a 30-day trial. And how we can get 30-day trial? And after 30 days, you can then upgrade. SAP Hybris Cloud for the sales. This is how SAP Hybrid for the sales look like for various industry, manufacturing, consumer, service, many industries. You can use that. Oh, why this is moving? Okay, so here in Hybrids you can have account management, territory management, opportunity management, widget management, execution, quotation process, order process, mobility, integration. All these different processes are there. Now I will also like to log in the software. So when you log into the software, it is there is no GUI. You can use any web browsers. I'm using Google Chrome. You can use others also. So this is SAP Cloud for Customer. This is my ID. This is my password. And I hit login. So I'm logging into SAP C4C. Now when we go to SAP C4C, these are the various functions. So you have a sales function, customers, administration, activities, configuration, analytics, product information, history, business partner, service processes, organizations management, people management. Okay. It also has sales campaign, marketing, analytics, competition, library, service control center, search if you want to integrate with ECC, if you are using backend ECC, partner information, survey, administration, data workbench, email integration, your service ticket, contract, resources scheduler, skills, data protection, and many other functions. Now here, if you look at it, this is in the sales. So if you go back to the sales, these are all different features and functions. In a 1 hour, it is not definitely possible to show all of them. I'm just showing very quick small functions and features of SAP C4C. So here we have a lead, and here you can define different lead. You can see you have a 1650 leads. You want to see some of that lead, what kind of lead it is, and then you can see the data of that lead, and in that lead you can also get information pertaining to what kind of a lead it is, what is the name of the lead, what is the company, what is the contact person, what is the qualification, is code, is status, campaign, what company you got from, what is the source, what is the city, country, state, email address, what is the website. You can put the comments here. So these are comments. You can get an overview of your lead. You can also link to any kind of product which is there with it. You can link it to any, you can do any activity, you can set up your appointment, you can do your task, you can do make phone call, you can do emails, you can do any kind of conversation with them. So what kind of conversation you have, you can also do attachment. So if you want to do any kind of attachment, so you can do any kind of attachment. You can attach any document as you want. So if you go back here, if you want to go to local file, if you let us say you want to, you want to attach any document which you have, so you can just select the document and you can upload that document here. And you can have a marketing permissions, that is for the marketing reasons. You can also do lead. You can do a deal registration. If you have registered your deal, which is you feel is a good deal, you want to register, so you do registration. This is your opportunity. So in the opportunity, you can see different kind of opportunities, what kind of opportunities you have. So this is your opportunity. So it opens your entire opportunity. What is your account? What is the name? What is the contact, region, approval status, sales cycle, sales phase, expected value, expected weighted value, start date, end date, who's the owner, what is the progress, what campaign you get from, what is the sales unit which is working on. Then you can see entire feedback, what feedback you have from the end to end. A quick Skype call will happen, blah, 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 discuss proposal. After that, I will get back to you. Then you can go to overview. Who is your sales team? What are the sales staff? What is your contact person? If you have any specific product which you are selling to, you can define your activities. In activities from C4C, you can directly set up appointment. You can set up the task. You can make a phone calls. You can send an email. If let us say you want to send an email to your prospect, you can send an email to your prospect. It will automatically select a prospect. If you don't want to send it to email to prospect, if you want to send the email to your employees, so you can choose your employees, and I want to send employee to Samsung. So I'm directly sending the email from here. This is test email. Please call this prospect and do a follow-up. Okay, thank you. So from here I sent, and so Hybris, I have directly sent an email to my sales employee. I could have sent that email not only to sales employee, but I can send that to my prospect. I could send to my employee, my customer, and my prospect. You can send email to anybody as you want directly from here. Now when you send that email appears here. It knows that the subject is identify opportunity. On this time we have sent an email. So that is it keep a track that we send an email directly. Okay. If you want to open that email, you can send that email also. So this was the recipient, this was the email address. Okay. You can also set your comments onto the email. If you make any changes to that, you can make a change it. Any other related item, if you want to see a document flow. So this is your document flow. In the document flow, what you have is system telling me that this is my lead 2301. This is the lead converted, and then this is my opportunity, and this is my opportunity number 171, and that opportunity goes to my email. This is the email address which I have created. And if I want to send any other email, I can send any other email. And then I have all these different and if this opportunity, if I want to see if I have any, who is my contact person, so this is my contact person, that is his mobile address, that is my email address. What is his involved parties? So these are the involved parties. Approval, do we need to do any kind of approval? So some of the history, some of opportunity may be required approval of the senior management. If that is related to any any project, so you can define any project. We create any kind of opportunity, so we created any kind of opportunity. Now, apart from that, a lot of people, if I want to go to activity, I wanted to make an appointment. So I want to make an appointment. So I can create appointment here. So this is my customer, this is the subject, this is my account, this is my primary contact, and so this is contact ID, location at is in Delhi. Yeah. What time to what time, customer visit, owner, what is the sales territory. If you do want to define your territory, you can get your territory. Meeting customer for getting order. Okay. In that, if you want to add any attendees, you can set attendees. You want to remove this attendee, you can remove this attendee. You want to add some additional attendee, you can add any attendee as you want. You can get the list of all your attendees. All these are all different customers. And if you want to add, you can add it and you can send. Okay. So now I have set up a new appointment. So a new appointment has been set it up. You can create a task, you can make a phone call, you can do email, and all these different functions you can do with your opportunity. And you can see your document flow, that what all you have done so far with that document. You can do attachment also. So attachment helps. So because to this opportunity I have submitted a proposal, so I can attach my proposal. So if I want to see that what was my proposal, many times it is very difficult and very challenging to go through email traffic and go through your this drive and that drive and what was my proposal, whenever it's submitted and all that. Here you can submit, you can attach your proposal directly here. So we can set it up and we can link our proposal directly here. Okay. And then that's your opportunity. Do you want to make the changes? Say yes. You can create a quotation from here. So you have a lead, you have a deal registration, you can do opportunity, you can do sales quotes. So this is a sales quote here. So you can do sales quote. If you want to create a new quote, you can create a new quotation directly from here. So if you want to go back, choose your account, and if you want to directly create a quote from here, or you can create a quote outside and you can attach here, you can do. So you can select your account ID and account reference. This is test. What is my payment term? 60 days net. Note. Quote for customer. Okay. You can add product as you want. If you define your product, if this quotation is specific to product, you can choose product, and you can save it. Okay. So you can save your. Okay. So what we did, now we have created a quotation. Now that quotation function and feature depends how do you want to do it. So with this, I can go back and open this quotation which we have created. So this is the sales quotation we have just created. Okay. In this, we can add different information. If you want to add any other information, you can add any other information. So I want to add the product. I want to add my SAP B1 product. So I say hit add. So this is related to SAP B1 product. What is my relevant IDs? So I can relevant IDs here. Any other sales document. If I want to attach anything, I can attach. I can, if I want to create any pricing, so I can create any pricing information if I want, whatever pricing information I want, and I can save it. So we have created a different a quotation. Now here, if you want to create an output, you can do that. If you want to see whether it's submitted, recorded, we can go back. We can open this quote again, and I can refresh. Now from here, I can set up, and here we can set it up different role and responsibility. So here you have your bit different partner role, who is your account, employee responsible, sales unit, bill to party, ship to party, payer, and various partners which you have entered in the system. And you can add, and it is about this product. We can add any additional product. We can involve any additional party if I wanted to. These are the different business parties. If you want to add any other party, you can have as many parties involved. You can have a different partner functions here. I want who is the seller. Okay. So we are adding the seller here, and we can select who the seller is. Okay. And we can save it. Okay. So we can create quotation, then we can create sales order, we can create a forecast, we can create our forecast simulation administration. If I want to do my pipeline simulation, so you can define your pipeline simulation by the different parameters. If you want to do your overall win versus X lead, my pipeline, my opportunities, you can choose my team's opportunities, define the pipeline, you can define territories, you can define realignment, sales target planning. So you can define target for your team, like what is their target. You can create a new plan. You can create a plan for your team. Okay. If I want to go to my leads, now in the leads, if I want to do some search, I can get all my leads, my converted lead, my qualified lead, my unassigned lead, my team's lead, all these different filters and parameters I want to see. So what is my total lead? If I want to see some kind of a chart, so this is the lead which is coming in this filter. So in India, we have a total lead of 970, and then we can go by the owner. So this is for this person, 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 and we can get many owners and the leads in it. What is their qualification? So we can get their qualification as well. I want to do any other filter. You can define as many as filter as you want. I want to see in overseas. In overseas, I have 680 leads. I want to see the breakup. So in the overseas, the warm, so I have a cold 491, warm I have a 143. If I want to see what are those warm leads are, if I click on it, then I get these are all my warm 143 lead which I got in overseas. If I want to see hot, so these are the 9 where I've done the demo. So if I go back, these are demo done. These are the 13 hot. If I click on the 13 hot, so what are those 13 hots? So these are the 13 leads which are hot leads. Okay. Similarly, let us say in opportunities, I can put a different filter. My leads, my team's opportunities. I want to see how many opportunities I have in India. So in India, I have 71 opportunities. I want to see in graphically. So this is my graphics. So in the graphic, these are my different sources: telemarketing, trade fair, and then here I can see by the different account IDs. These are different account, and I can see my different sources. So I want to see for digital enterprise telemarketing, I have a 45 leads. So these are those 45 which I go for my telemarketing, and I can check the status of each. Now apart from that, so we have sales code, sales order. Here I can define customers. So these are different customers. You can define your account, you can define your contacts, you can define your individual customers. You can also define your target groups. You can define your account hierarchy, which you can have. Now here this is administrator. So administrator basically means you can do all your administrative tasks. So you'd want to define the org structure, your dollar definition, you want to define how many employees, how many business users, you want to define your product, you want to integrate this, you want to create your dashboards, you wanted to create your marketplace, you want to create your own custom object. Here we have something called groupware integration. That basically means integrating with a different kind of groupware, which basically means like Lotus Notes or Outlook, like email integration. You can integrate your Hybris with your email system. You can define different attributes. So data integration basically means if you're using a backend integration with ECC, so how you integrate with that. You can also integrate your Hybris with mobile devices, data management, and then you can do your real-time communication. You can define your users, your employee, your business users, your delegates, your service and social. So that is where you can integrate with your social media channels. So you want to integrate with the YouTube or Facebook and others. Social media message import runs, you can create them here. Your communication method, you can define your sales and your campaign settings you want to do. Business flexibility, mess up your web services authority, your input and output. That basically means you want to print, you want to email, you want to fax. You can do that emailing, which obviously nowadays a lot of people do. I showed you how you can send an email. You can do a fax, you can do print if you want to do print. And these are all different settings which you can define. And among all of them, the one in the top is a groupware setting. Group based setting basically means where you can define your integration with your email server. So if you're using Microsoft, you know, Outlook and Exchange, or using a Google email, you can define your, different email system in the SAP. So like SAP Consulting is using a Google Direct login. You can define different activities. In activities, you can create your appointments. You can send your emails, which we did. This is appointments which you created, so that appointment appears here. Emails, so you can get all the emails which you have sent, which from SAP Hybris. So all those emails will appear here, and so these are all different emails, and you can see when those emails were sent. Okay, so you can send those emails directly from here. You can also connect with the CTI, so you can also do your phone calls. You can integrate your Hybris with the phone calls as well. Okay, but for that you need to have integration with the CTI. You want to do any task, you want to do your messaging from SAP B1. You wanted to do your chat, so you can also link with the chat server, so in which you can chat with your customers, you can chat with your business partners, you can chat with your own employees. So that is a chat server here. Business configuration. Business configuration is more from the configuration prospect, like when you're implementing your Hybris, what kind of functions and features you want to implement, what functions you want, what functions you don't want. So all that thing can be configured in the business configuration. That is for the implementation purposes, where you can basically define all various parameters from the configuration perspective. Business analytics. Business analytics basically means you can define different reports. So if we see here, so we have a report design data source, define key figure, design KPI. KPI basically means key performance indicator. These are some of the report types which are available in standard SAP, in which you want to see account, your analysis, your account details, your activity analysis, your agent workload. These are various reports: business opportunity details, lead funnel, lead conversion rate, lead to revenue, list of tickets, if you're using surveys, my opportunity, and you can create. These are various pipeline forecast, pipeline funnel, your pipeline opportunity pipeline report. So you can create your opportunity pipeline as you want, and you can create as many report as you want. These are some of the basic functions which is provided in SAP system, and then you can utilize it for further enhance your report, and you can get the report the way you are looking for to run your analysis. Okay. Then you can define different products, like what kind of product your company is selling. We sell SAP products, we define these two products. You can have as many product as you possible. You can define your product administration, where you can create attributes of your different product. You can define different kind of product categories, because you might have many products, they belong to different categories. You can define your product list, so you can see the list of the products. You can also define your price list. So if you have a standard price list, you can define the standard price list, and you can associate those price lists with your product. So when you're creating a quotation, you can check the price list automatically. You can also define your discount list. You can also define your warranties, which is relevant for the service functions. Now here you can check your history. So this is what you have done. So in the history, system tells me that 23 minutes back I have created a document 171. 13 minutes back I have opened and I closed this, which is a transaction which I created. So actually I created a sales quote. So that system tells me that yes, I have done that transaction. So that's a recent history. It keep going back to as many time as you want. Your business partners, you can define different business partners. Who is your service agent? Who is your who is your technical expert? Your sales employee. You can define your business partners. Business partner change history, if you have a change history. You can do your organization management. So organization management basically define your company's how many sales units you have. So these are some of the sales units which we have defined. You can define as many sales unit as you want. What is the job description? So you can define job definitions. These are jobs: senior sales manager, president, management consultant. You want to define work distribution. You can define what location they are in. People, how many employees you have. So these are the all employees which has been set it up. So this is all employees name, their job, who is their manager, who is the department, their email, this is the phone, mobile phone, address. So you can set up all your mobile phone. You can also delegate. So delegate basically means if some employees uh, are not available, or they are out for certain time or long time or short period of time, and then you want to make sure that we have a delegate for them. So how we can define delegate for those people? So that is where the delegate come into the picture. You can define legacy groups, the previous employees, previous people, and the different other groups. You can also do your campaigns. So now, as we talked about, in the C4C, you have a sales process, you have a marketing process, and you have a service process. So when we talk about sales campaign, so sales campaign is basically for the region of performing your marketing activities, in which you can define your target group, what kind of content you want to define into it. You can create various opportunities, various campaigns, and for those campaigns you can get different leads. So these are different leads which you can get out of it. So these are the lead which you got from the campaign. What are the different response options which you can get? A sales campaign funds. So for the sales campaign you might have a fund, and who is providing that fund? Sales campaign file format, if you want to upload the data. So many times what happens is you have a data somewhere in the box or in Excel in some kind of an external file, and you wanted to upload that external file. You can upload that into SAP system. And the lead scores, promotions, which you can do out of SAP. Analysis basically means where you can define different dashboards. Okay, you can create different dashboards, you can create different reports as you want. These are the different reports which is there out of the box, but you can create your as many as a report as you want. Any other statistics. You can also define your competitors. Okay, so who is your competitor? You can define your competitors also. Okay. Okay. So you can define as many competitors. You can define competitor product, because if you want to do analysis, then you can do the analysis from your competitor. And you can also define service control center, ECC search. Now what did that basically means? So this is your library of different attachments, service control centers, ECC search, which basically means integrating. So ECC basically means enterprise central component. So you can, if you're using SAP R3 in the background or SAP ERP in the background, so you can integrate your hybrid sales to SAP sales order. You can define your partners in SAP system, different kind of partners you can define. Your surveys, So there are many different features. Obviously, it's not possible for me to go through each one of them. So, and then if you want to do, you can also open this in a, there is a launch in the Fury client also. So if you want to launch this in the Fury, so now you can launch in SAP Fury also. As you know that the SAP Fury is a new user interface. So now you are looking at the Fury. So this is a different user interface. You have a choice. You want to do a Fury interface or non-Fury interface. Functions and features is the same. These are some of activities which you can already define. If you want to go here to sales, if you want to go to the leads, now you're looking at Fury interface. So now all those leads which we saw there, and opportunities and say functions is same. So leads, deal registration, opportunities, sales code, sales orders, forecast, all the functions and features is same. It's just different user interface. Now you are looking at Fury interface. So if you want to go back, and if you want to see any of your lead, you can go back, see your lead. Functions and features is same, that doesn't change, and that all the features and functions is same. It's just that you can have different functions and features. This is Fury. Now if you look at my cursor here, this is SAP Cloud for Customer Extended Edition for the Windows. So that basically means, because SAP works on any system, it works on obviously desktop, it works on laptops, and it can also works on smart devices. So this is, I'm opening SAP C4C mobile application, and this is the mobile application for the Windows, because you might be using Android platform, you might be using iOS platform, or you might be using a Windows platform. So I'm actually opening Windows because I'm using Windows system. And you can, so for example, if you're using a smartphone, so same functions and features which we just looked into your Fury and also on non-Fury interface, if you want the same SAP Cloud for Customer also visible on the mobile device, you might be using iPhone, you might be using Samsung devices or any other Android devices, or you are using Windows phone, because nowadays you have a Windows phone as well. So you can open your SAP C4C using any of those devices. So that makes SAP C4C independent of any hardware. So that basically means you can use on desktop, you can use in laptop, you can use in a smartphone, you can use it in any other. A smartphone could be your Android devices, iOS devices, Windows application, and now a lot of people also use tablet. Now in the tablet, you may be using a tablet from Apple, or you might be using tablet from some other system. So you can use tablet from of any different make. So normally all tablets and all smartphones divided into three platforms: Android platform, iOS platform, or Windows platform. Now for that you can have a tablet of any of these platform, or you can have a smartphone from any of these tablets of these platform, and SAP will work constantly with any of those platform as possible. So that makes SAP C4C you can use in Windows, you can use you can have a different Fury, you can have a different applications, and I'm using it from a different after a long time, so it is refreshing all my data. So it it takes all that time to do it. I just want to quickly show you a mobile app. How does a mobile app in SAP look like? Meanwhile, it will load in the data. Let me go back to my presentation. So this is SAP Hybris, cloud of the sales. We saw some of the functions. We saw cloud, opportunity management, quote, order, integration with email. We send an email, group where integration. That basically means you can do integration with the Outlook, Gmail, and Lotus Notes. SAP strategy for sales leader. You can sell smart, sell anytime, sell anywhere, turn insight into action. Obviously, that sell anytime, anywhere. That is what I told, that when you're using the SAP Hybris or C4C, it can work on any device. It could be a desktop, it could be a laptop, it could be a phone, it could be a tablet. And then you have three interfaces. You can use your window browser, you can use your Fury interface, and you can use your mobile interface. Okay. So this is sell anywhere, anytime, mobile first approach. So this is just an example that you're using your desktop, you're using a tablet, you're using your mobile phone. It doesn't make a difference which one you want to use. You can get the same information in any device. So independent of hardware and independent of any operating system. As I mentioned, that most of these you have either Windows machines, or if you're using a smartphone or tablet, you have iOS or Android or Windows. You can work on all the three. Run your business from mobile devices. So you can have a mobile phone, and using your iPhone or Samsung devices, or using a tablet, you can have access. Okay. And then your mobile also work on offline. Okay. So it works online and offline. It supports iPhone, iPod, Android devices, and in fact Windows machines as well. And online, offline capability, both are included into it. Turn insight into action. You can obviously have different reports. You can define as many KPIs, reports, dashboards as you want. Sales analytics and predictive analysis, the same thing. Like you can look into your leads and opportunity by different parameters. More time selling, less admin. So you can have a better system which can work anywhere, any platform. So you can probably build more sale. You can leverage and make your employees more effective. Email integration. So as I demonstrated that you can send an email directly from the system, that email integration can work with the Outlook, can work with the Lotus Note, and can work with Gmail. So if you're using any of those three email systems, then you can integrate SAP with any of those three email systems, and then you can send email directly from Hybris, as I demonstrated some time back. This is an example of integration with your Outlook. So this is Outlook on the right hand side. You can have your opportunity lead. You can see them directly on your email server. Collaboration and feed. So that basically means you can have external participants. So you can collaborate. You can do your chat. You can do chat and discussion with your internal employees. You can do with your external employees as needed. So that is example of collaboration and feed. Know your customer. Bring back office to the front office. So basically means you're able to have a better information. Your more interactive discussion with your customers. Account and contact management. So in SAP, you can have account management, you can have a contact management. So you can get a 360 view of your customer. This is just an example. I showed it to you how that account and contact management information look like. Okay. SAP strategy for sales leader. Sell smart. Sell anywhere, anytime. Turn insight into action. More time selling, less admin. Know your customer better. Product Hybris videos. There are many videos which are available. Hybris also have, of course, industry solutions based upon some of the industries. You can have industry solutions as well. It is industry solution for consumer industries. It can have a financial industry, it has a manufacturing industry, it has a service industry, it also have a energy industry. So there are 12 different industry solutions which is available, which is CPG, retail, AFS, wholesale, banking, insurance, high tech, industrial machinery, automotive, power service, utility, chemical, oil and gas. Life is full of choices. Choose to win. Choose collaboration, choose courage, choose flawless. This is my name, Dilip Sadh. This is my email address, dilip@careerconsulting.com. This is my phone, 973-885-7245. You can email me, call me, chat me. This phone number is from it's a US number. So just in case if you're calling me, so it's a US number. So with that, thank you very much. And this is still loading, and go back and quickly showing you there is also something called personalization. In the personalization, I quickly wanted to show that what is possible in the personalization. Okay, in the personalization you can make certain changes. So the moment you do personalization, and let us say if you go to lead, and because my personalization mode is open, and here if you want to make any change, you want to add any item, you want to add a field, I'm not adding it, I'm just showing you you can add a field, and it's very simple and straightforward to add a field. And when you're done, you can say end personalization. There's also adopt. In the adopt, actually you can edit your master layout. Editing master layout is applied to all business users. If you go back here, you can change a lot of things. You can change properties, you can add items, you can change the label. If you want to change properties, you want to make it visible, invisible, I'm not changing anything, I'm just showing you. And if you want to make any change here, you can do that. So go to overview. If you want to make any change properties, adopt, and then when you're done, you can say add layout changes. So end. So is making change also fairly simple, which is what I wanted to show you quickly. So thank you again. My name Dilip Sadh. My email dilip@careerconsulting.com, and my phone number 973-885-7245. I want to appreciate you coming all here, and this was in a quick demo. Obviously, there, in 1 hour, it's not possible to show all the functions, to be very honest, in any detail. I just want to give in a quick perspective. If you want to see the detailed demo specific for your company, please call us and email us, and we will provide a specific demonstration for your needs, so you understand more better what actually you are looking for. And so thank you so much. Take care. Bye.